let us all try to be worthy of Aurobindo's centenary.
அனைவருக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். ஸ்ரீ ஆரோபிந்தோ சொசைட்டி சென்னை கிளையின் சார்பாக இந்த சனிக்கிழமை மாலைதோறும் நடைபெறும் சொற்பொழிவு தொடருக்கு அனைவரையும் வரவேற்கின்றோம். இன்று நம்மிடையே பேச வந்துள்ளவர் திருமதி அர்ச்சனா அவர்கள். அவர்கள் ஏற்கனவே நம்முடைய இந்த சத்சங் தொடரில் உரையாற்றியுள்ளார். ஹைதராபாத் ஸ்ரீ ஆரோபிந்தோ சொசைட்டி அதனுடன் நெருங்கிய தொடர்புடையவர். அதனுடைய செயல்களில் தன்னை மும்முரமாக ஈடுபடுத்தி கொண்டு இருப்பவர். அவருடைய தாத்தா திரு வெங்கட சுப்பிரமணியம் அவருடைய பெயரில் நிறுவப்பட்ட அந்த அறக்கட்டளையின் சார்பில் எங்களுடைய சொசைட்டியில் மூலமாக ஆண்டுதோறும் சொற்பொழிவுகள் ப்ரொஃபசர் கே.ஆர். ஸ்ரீனிவாச ஐயங்கார் நினைவு சொற்பொழிவுகள் நடைபெற்று கொண்டு வருகின்றன. அந்த அறக்கட்டளையை துவக்கியவர் அர்ச்சனா அவர்களின் தாத்தா, ஃபார்மர் வைஸ் சான்சலர் ஆஃப் பாண்டிச்சேரி யூனிவர்சிட்டி, திரு வெங்கட சுப்பிரமணியம் அவர்கள். ஆகையால் அர்ச்சனாவிற்கும் எங்களோட சொசைட்டிக்கும் ஓரளவு தொடர்பு இருக்கின்றது. அர்ச்சனா அவர்களை ஸ்ரீ அரவிந்த சொசைட்டி சென்னை கிளையின் சார்பில் வரவேற்று அவரை இந்த உரையை ஆற்றிக் கொடுக்குமாறு கேட்டுக்கொள்கின்றேன். அவர் இன்று நம்மிடையே பேச போகும் தலைப்பு ஹாப்பியஸ்ட் who stand on faith as on a rock. இந்த வரிகள் சாவித்திரி வரிகள், புக் 7 புக் ஆஃப் யோகா, அதில் கேண்டோ 3 தி என்ட்ரி இன்டு இன்னர் கண்ட்ரீஸ், அந்த வரியை ஒரு இன்ஸ்பிரேஷனாக வைத்துக்கொண்டு ஐ திங்க் அர்ச்சனா அவர்கள் உரையாற்ற போகின்றார்கள் என்று நம்மால் ஓரளவு எண்ண முடிகின்றது. Over to you, Archana.
Thank you so much, Shivkumarji. Ellorukum vanakkam. Thanks for being here. Shri Aurobindo. So we'll see the importance of faith, nambikkai, the complete surrender and complete trust in Mother Shri Aurobindo. How it is takes us, carries us through all the most happiest times, difficult times, and how we have to cling to this faith. In a faith, eppadi நம்ம அப்படியே மாதிரி பிடிச்சுட்டு இருக்கணும், and அததான் நம்ம லைஃபை லீட் பண்ண வைக்கணும். ஸோ வீல் எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் சம் ஆஸ்பெக்ட்ஸ் ஆஃப் ஃபேத். ஸோ in Savitri, Shri Aurobindo says, if you have that strong faith, that unflinching faith, the divine is everywhere, the divine who's leading me, whatever it is, all the circumstances are the faces of the divine. In Namari, if we keep on remembering, those are the people who are the happiest. So for us, being children of Mother Shri Aurobindo, just that complete surrender, complete faith in Mother Shri Aurobindo. If they have called us on this path, they know what they are doing with us. In fact, Shri Aurobindo says, faith is the surest guide in the darkest days. சாதாரணமாவே ரொம்ப இருட்டா இருந்தா we try to look out for some light, candle, ஏதாவது torch ஏதாவது. So number faith is that torch, it's that light. Only through that faith, the path opens. The light is shown on that path. And again, Shri Aurobindo tells in Savitri, courage their armor, faith their sword, they must walk. He's telling us, courage நம்ம ஆர்மரா போட்டுக்கணும். யாரு soldiers who are fighting in the war, they wear that armor, right? Metal armor to protect against all the bullets or weapons or anything else. So we should walk with courage and faith as our sword. Kaila, we have to hold that faith, not even in the hand, but hold it in the very cells of the body and walk on this path, which Mother Sri Aurobindo have shown us. So these are the heroes and soldiers of the army of light. Mother Sri Aurobindo are showing us the sunlit path, the future, நம்மளோட future, man's future. So we have to be that heroes and soldiers walking on that path with courage as our armor and faith as our sword. Sri Aurobindo says that my circumstances, it'll be denying, everything will go against us. People whom we trust, they are no longer supporting us. We are just facing one after the other obstacles. என்ன மாதிரி difficulties இருந்தாலும், we have to cling to that faith, cling to Mother Sri Aurobindo's feet. Keep calling them, keep asking them, Ma, you tell me, you show me. Maybe all the circumstances also are a way to make me stronger, to open the parts in me where the light is less, where there are resistances. So he says, circumstances will be so contrary, so against us. Analum, the spiritual certitude that the soul is leading our way. So that should always be there. And Mother also says that faith creates miracles. It's a creator of miracles. If you expect at every moment to be lifted up and pulled towards the divine, he will come to lift you and he will be there. Quiet, close, closer, ever closer. இதை படிக்கும் போது எனக்கு இது ஞாபகம் வந்தது, that elephant, the Purana, the story about that elephant is being taken by the crocodile, right? In all earnesty, devotion, that the cry of faith, the cry that save me, Lord, Hari, I'm in deep danger, take me. So his call is immediately answered and Vishnu saves the elephant from the crocodile. So it is faith that just creates miracles. Have that ultimate faith. Yes, this is also a path Mother is taking to me. It is her and she'll help me through whatever. And after all, she is carrying me. Like you're the child of the Mother, being carried by her. What more you need to fear? Mother continues, she's with us. Actually, I want to recollect a dream of Sahana Di. She is a very early inmate of the ashram. So she had this dream, Mari rompa fierce waves, பயங்கரமான, like a storm and waves are coming and she's trying to swim and Mari, she needs to go to the other side. It's very, very, very tough for her. But there on the other side, she sees Sri Aurobindo. Because the very fact that Sri Aurobindo is over there, her one goal, her one aim, in the dream, she crosses it. She crosses, like she gets the capability to be beyond the waves, to cross. And Sri Aurobindo actually remarks in the dream, oh, so you're there. So you finally found me. You are there. So just to keep that light, divine light as the center. Mary, not go in all the bypaths, but just to keep that divine light in the center and holding the faith as our sword and No taking mother's name, we can just cross through all barriers. Mother says in one place that very fact, like you don't even need to be on the path doing yoga. Even an ordinary man, when he thinks, okay, the divine has descended here for us, he's descended in matter for us, he's come down to us. அண்ணா ஒரு சின்ன ஒரு நம்பிக்கை அது இருந்தா கூட போறோம். That is redeem humanity. That will help humanity to go beyond to whatever state the divine is leading us, our evolutionary path. So she says, even in the darkest of the night, even the darkest night is bound to disappear in front of the dawn. So in Sahanadi's story, when those dark waves were engulfing her, she didn't see them as so dark because in front the dawn is there, the dawn is waiting. So Sri Aurobindo says, remember your soul and its aspiration. The sun will rise, that is certain. Mother says, no, நம்ம எல்லாரும் வந்து அந்த சூப்பரமெண்டல் ஷிப்ல டிராவல் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், and mother is our captain. If she is the captain, why we need to think about all our little egoistic things? Can't we just let go, Mary, completely surrender? Now, mother is our captain. She's taken full charge of our lives, of the ship. She knows our path, how it needs to be. So she says, your only mantra should be, let your will be done. Nothing can frighten me because it is you who are guiding my life. I belong to you and you are guiding my life. Let your will be done. Nothing can frighten me because it is you who are guiding my life. I belong to you and you are guiding my life. So we have to develop this deep aspiration, increase my faith, increase my devotion. And you should ask the mother like a simple child, Mother, please give me this. She says, in that simplicity of a child, the grace answers. There's one more incident. During the World War time, Mother used to get so many calls, so many cries. In her day-to-day activities, suddenly she'll go into a trance. Mother or attendant maybe they're offering her water. Tanni glass of the purchinde, she would go into a deep trance for 30-40 minutes more. And she'll say, Mari, so many people are calling me and need to go and answer them and rush to their call. So one of the attendants actually said, Mother, but they don't know you, right? Mari, they don't know you. So, but Mother doesn't judge like that, no? She is a mother to all. So in one case, she tells, Mari, during the World War, in Germany, there were small kids, a brother and sister. They were extremely frightened, running here and there because there were bombs all around them and very, very scary situation. So they had called the mother. Then she said, see, they have called me and I have given my love and support to them. So we have to call her like a child, like a baby. She tells, no, Mary, the surrender should be like that of a baby cat, but not the baby monkey. Baby cat will allow the mother to hold it and not worry about anything. Mother is holding me. Where am I going to fall? I'll be happy. Mother is holding me. But the baby monkey, the baby will hold on to the mother. In this case, mother holds on to the cat. That is the kind of surrender and the knowing that, yes, mother is holding on to me, mother is holding on to me. She's answering every call. She's sending people in various forms, showing me again a path to her in different ways and forms. So the childlike trust we should have. She actually says, children, when left to themselves, are not deformed by older people. They have a great trust that all will be well. For example, when they have a small accident, they never think that it is going to be something serious. They are spontaneously convinced that it will soon be over. And this helps so powerfully in putting an end to it. It's only when the adult comes in, their mental, notions, fear, and everything. So that maybe few children are influenced by that. But when left to themselves, they know, yes, this is fine. I'll just dust it and go. It's no big deal. And Amari, they have that kind of trust within themselves. In Sri Ramakrishna's parables, like there's a story. So a boy used to walk through the woods to reach his school. The woods, forest ரொம்ப ஸ்கேரியா இருக்கும். Anything can happen anytime. Any wild animal will suddenly appear. So he told his mother, Amma, I'm really scared. Mary, every day I have to go through this path. His mother said simply one thing. Simply call Madhusudana. Simply call Sri Krishna. He is always there. He'll call, he'll come, he'll hold your hand, he'll walk with you. Mother, Amma ரொம்ப சாதாரணமா சொன்னா, just to give him, okay, little bit of some kind of strength. And this kid followed it to the very word, and he every day used to call Sri Krishna, Madhusudana, Krishna, 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 walk with me, walk with me. And Sri Krishna actually walked with him every day. Then he comes back and tells his mother, Sri Krishna actually walks with me every day. So the mother was totally surprised. But that is the faith, that is the trust the child has. Because of the simplicity, the divine will descend. The divine will take you literally, physically by the hand and walk with you. There's one more incident, comes in the same book. So there used to be this sage who live across a river, and he would want milk to be supplied to him. So the milk woman would have to cross the river and deliver the milk every day. So she used to not be regular at all. Very, she's never punctual. So one day he asked her, Henna, you're like this, you're not at all regular, and I need my supply of milk. She said, Mary, to get the boatman, it is so difficult. Not too many people are there, and this is a pretty fast flowing river, and it's not so easy. And he said, oh, there are people who cross the rivers of life with the name of God. And you are telling me this. Like, he just jokingly told her, there are people who cross the rivers of life, birth after birth, with God's name. So then she started getting pretty regular. Then one fine day, this person asks her, what? It's surprising, like you never taken an off, you come every other day, daily vandinirukeenga, and what, that's very surprising to me. How is it? Did you find a good boatman? Then she says, you told me a very simple solution. So I was just uttering the Lord's name and I crossed the river. I walked across the river. The name of the Lord was carrying me. So that is the faith in the divine. So, and Mother Sri Aurobindo has given so much importance to Nam Japa. Sri Aurobindo says there's no particular method in this yoga, but just the mere, if you want, you can utter my name and the mother's name. And what a power does it have? Even Savitri, he says, when Ashwapati goes through those dark worlds, he tells, maybe I'm not getting the exact line right now, just the prayer on the lips and the name of the Lord carries him through those dark regions. Even when Savitri goes through those regions, again, with the continuous name on the lips, she crosses those regions. And we know that Valmiki's story, he couldn't even utter the name of the Lord. He used to say, Mara, 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 Mara. But அது சொல்ல அது Rama, 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 Ramaன்னு ஆயிடுது. Like, to have that intention, the faith, the devotion, you want to utter the God's name. அது தப்பரா pronounce பண்ண கூட God doesn't care, no? He's there, he's going to come. There's one more instance. There's one person who was reading the Gita in a small Krishna temple. And to the same temple, a very learned scholar who's like, knows the Gita in and out, he was also there. And then after the recitation was over, he asked this person who was reading, you seem to have been reading not so well, you jumbled up many lines, you put words here and there, it was not right. Then he said, what can I do? When I'm reading those lines, my eyes are filled with tears because I see Sri Krishna in the chariot holding me and taking me. He's the charioteer of my life. That whole image of Sri Krishna is in front of me. So I don't know what I'm reading. So that simple faith that, yeah, Sri Krishna is there. He's the charioteer. So just holding on to that name, that faith. So Mother says, for that, in case your faith is a little low, you want to get it back, how do you do it? First, she says, keep your mind quiet. Don't allow it to play games and run up and down. Try to find solution to the problem, analyze, and do a lot of this mind churning. Just keep your mind quiet, open, and allow the mother's force to work. You will begin to listen to the mother's voice rather than what your mind wants to tell. She also says one more thing. Basically, you should be in satsanga of those who are already on the path or a little advanced on the path. So this helps to increase your faith. Like centers and all are established to an extent to that reason. People who are walking together, same aspiration, same connection with Mother Sri Aurobindo. So if somebody's faith is low, we have another person to lift us up. If you have a light lit, you can light it up for the rest of them as well. So Anamari. Ultimately, it's just simple surrender. It's very easy to say, but very, very difficult to bring it down to the practice. In the ashram context, Udarda, many of you would have known him, heard stories. So he once asked the mother, "Mother, am I doing this sadhana correctly?" And Udarda, he's, he seems he's actually a pretty advanced sadhak, very important. He's run a lot of departments, established new departments. And then mother said, "No, you're doing it all wrong, Udar." Then she said, What am I to do, mother? Like, how do I do your yoga? Then she says, "What do you do first thing in the morning?" Then he tells her, Usual. I brush my teeth, wash my face, all the usual things. Do you think of me? Do you remember me in all the smallest of the acts? Then he realized that he was not conscious in the smallest of the acts. He didn't remember the mother. The world may think you're a big yogi and you run departments, you're a great instrument of the mother and all. But the mother is just seeing, are you connected with me or not? Are you all calling me or not? It's only when we lift our hand, the divine can lift us and pull us. Like that very attempt of lifting the hand, a little of our effort if we show, she is there to do everything else. Like Sri Krishna also says in the last part of the Gita, abandon all dharmas, all law, rule, means, codes of every kind, and take refuge in me alone. I will deliver thee from all sin and evil. Do not grieve. I will deliver you. You have not to be troubled or struggle yourself as if the responsibility were yours or the result depended on your efforts. Savitri, there's a line, right? Living in her, for her, by her. Just be in her. Abandon everything else. Bring mother into the picture in every scenario, every little act, eating, sleeping, walking, talking, whatever it may be. Let her be the starting point. So this faith is so precious, and there are a lot of forces which try to take away the faith from us. It's like this lamp which is lit, and when some winds come, it sways here and there, it very dwindles. So we have to watch our faith very, very seriously as one watches over the birth of something infinitely precious and protect it very carefully from everything that can impair it. Protect it very carefully from everything that can impair it. All of us on this path, we will feel, நிறைய நாள் இப்படி இருக்கும் மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் waves of depression மாதிரி வரும். என்ன நடக்கிறது எக்ஸ்டர்னலி எல்லாம் நல்லா இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும், பட் சடன்லி there'll be some kind of dark forces, some hidden parts of nature come out, some dirtiness in our part come out to the surface and show it. Even in all of those things, you should keep holding on, keep calling the name, keep reading Savitri. At least like open a random page, see what guidance it's giving you. 1 word, 2 words. Keep that in your heart. Just do everything as you normally do, but with the background of connecting with the mother more and more and more. She says one more way to really protect this faith is through imagination. So imagination, we can use it both ways for good or evil purposes. So imagination, like even when if you're doing any kind of asana, yoga, physical asana practices, there is something called yoga nidra, no? So there's a small aspect there which actually makes you imagine a visual. You can imagine mother's white light, Sri Aurobindo's blue light coming, completely falling over every part of your body, eating up all the dark aspects, throwing it all away, just filling you with their light, their love. Like that, you can imagine so many things, and all beautiful things, all like mother's hand always touching you, guiding you, mother carrying you. So many wonderful things you can imagine. Mother says, when you go to sleep, think that imagine. You don't need to imagine, it is always there, only that physical eyes, this matter, cannot see it. Basically, she says, like a white envelope of my love. Hari, with that, surround yourself. With that, be in that. Take my name. Let your sleep be conscious. In our sleep, we may go to so many different planes. Unwanted forces will come. But if we do this very consciously, barely for 20, 30 seconds, it will slowly transform our sleep, make it more conscious. So imagination is very, very, very helpful to keep this faith, strong faith, this clinging to the divine alone. Sri Aurobindo says, live rather in the constant hope and conviction that what we are doing will prove a success. That is their yoga will eventually, it is a success, will prove a success. In other words, let your imagination be molded by your faith in Sri Aurobindo, for it is not such faith, the very hope and conviction that the will of Sri Aurobindo is bound to be done. It is a faith, it's such conviction that the will of Sri Aurobindo is bound to be done, that his work of transformation cannot but end in a supreme victory. His work of transformation cannot but end in a supreme victory. And that what he calls the supramental world will be brought down on earth and realized by us here and now. Sri Aurobindo's work of transformation is the supreme victory. Supramental world will be brought down on earth and realized by us here and now. In the Mother, there's a small passage. The supramental change is a thing decreed and inevitable in the evolution of the earth consciousness. It is decided. It has to come in the evolution of the earth consciousness. For its upward ascent is not ended, and mind is not the last summit. Mind is not the last summit, but that the change may arrive, take form, and endure. There is needed the call from below for this change to come. There is needed a call from below. That is, all of us should call and will and aspire, and a will to recognize and not deny the light when it comes. The will to recognize the light and not deny the light when it comes. There is also needed the sanction of the Supreme from above. So the call from below, the sanction of the Supreme from above, just like Sri Aurobindo's symbol. Our aspiration, our faith, love, devotion, like this triangle, upward triangle, and Sri Aurobindo's light coming down, like the downward triangle. So as simple as that, he says in one place. All that is needed is the soul within and the grace above. Everything is taken care of. So again, we should be very careful. We shouldn't have any kind of fear. He says fear is a hidden consent. When you're afraid of something, it means that you admit its possibility and thus you strengthen it. No fear, no doubt, nothing. He says the enemy of faith is doubt. Even a blind and ignorant faith is better than being doubtful. A blind faith is still better than having doubts. So Mother says, actually there are many sadhus, no, in the Himalayas and all. So some of them accept the dirty conditions of life. Sorry, not Himalayas, maybe other regions. Dirty conditions of life. They never wash themselves. They have nothing. They don't know anything about hygiene. They live in purely dirty conditions. But they're not affected by anything. They don't get any illness, nothing of that sort. Because they have a faith that nothing will happen to them. They keep calling the divine, however, they may be very outwardly. Their only job is to keep calling the divine, but nothing really affects them. In one more place, she says, in one small village, there was a well and it was highly contaminated. The villagers used to drink it every day. Like, oh, this is like the best water. This is what nature is giving me. Let me take it. Nothing happened to the villagers. But if an outsider were to come and see all the, the dirt and grime and whatnot in the water, because of the mind coming in, the fear coming in all of that, he will definitely get something immediately after taking a sip of it. In this relation, there's a little funny story. In the ashram, once the mother was giving sweets to these small girls in the ashram. I think this is Jumurdi. In her interview, she had narrated this story. Jumurdi and all, she's been for many, many years, since maybe 40s or something. And so mother gives a sweet. That sweet that Jumurdi got, Mari and fungus Mari in the So Jumurdi immediately or shrinking Mari in the oh, itana saapda mudiyadu Mari, it has fungus. So mother said, have it. It is simple penicillin. Like it's a form of a medicine kind, you can accept it. But because the very fact that the divine is giving, even what is supposedly not good for the outer eye, for the mind, it is still something given by the divine. If you accept it with that joy, that grace, yes, the divine touches in this and it is going to help me. That golden touch of the divine is going to help me transform. So that is more than enough. Then in connection to the body, our illnesses, the physical parts. Mother says, it is not medicine that cures, but the patient's faith in the doctor and the medicine. The patient's faith in the doctor and the medicine that cures him. And we know there are quite a lot of researches which have been done on this, that placebo effect in solranga. So, Mari, if you or a set of people, you give some kind of medicine. Another set, you give just sugar pills, sugar capsules. But they think, yes, this is the right medicine and, this is best to cure my disease. Even having that sugar pill, because the very fact that they have faith in it, that's going to cure it, they get cured of whatever illness they have. She again says, the body innately, within the body, there's a faith that it will be cured. Illness and all is a falsehood. It is not the true body. It is only that things are little bit in disharmony here and there. But body as it is, it's very pure, very, very divine. And all these are just passing phases. It is only through the false education from the environment that gradually the body is taught that there are incurable diseases, irreparable accidents, and that it can grow old. All these stories will destroy the faith and trust. One of the occasions I was here, I did mention about this one person called Nishikantoda. He was the one person who had every possible disease in the world, but he had so much of trust and faith that a mother will cure him. He was in such a bad condition, and nearing one of the darshan days, he requested his friends, please, please take me to the ashram courtyard. Let mother keep her feet on my heart. Let me once see the mother. Then mother sees him, and then he says, mother, like with just gestures, keep your feet on my heart. With that gesture, mother accepted and she did it for her child. Then he was not in that serious condition anymore. He was almost in his deathbed. And he lived for 12-15 years after that. So in Sri Aurobindo, Nirodbaran's book, 12 Years with Sri Aurobindo, he says, Nishikantada had so much faith that he got cured easily. Around the same time, there was another sadhak who was a little skeptical, doubtful, though he was there in connection with ashram doctors and everything, taking Mother Sri Aurobindo's advice. Still, there was some kind of holding back, not giving fully. So ultimately, like, he succumbed to the disease or something like that. So that faith is so, so, so important. I'll just read like few more quotes. It's that the divine's presence is there in anything and everything, and it's we who complicate it. We want to see the divine in the way we have imagined. We want him to do our will, but we are not ready to do a larger plan, a bigger plan he has for us. Recently, I saw a message, like two pictures. So one picture had one flower. It said, my will, my plan, something like that. Or chinna poo, center of the page. It had naraya poo. And male in the divine's plan. You want this one thing, but the divine has so many plans for you. Just hold on to him. So very uplifting lines here. All that happens is exactly what must happen in order to lead us and the world as quick as possible to the goal, the union with the divine, and ultimately the manifestation of the divine. All that happens is exactly what must happen in order to lead us and the world as quickly as possible to the goal. Our goal is union with the divine and ultimately manifestation of the divine. I'll read a few lines from Savitri. Like they're from different parts. So, the cosmos is no accident in time. There is a meaning in each play of chance. There is a freedom in each phase of fate. There is no accident in time. Every little thing, there is a meaning, there is a deeper purpose behind it. In every phase of fate, there is a freedom. Next one. Yet your least stumblings are foreseen above. All your small, small mistakes, least stumblings are also seen by the divine, like probably given by the divine for a higher purpose. Whether it seem good or evil to men's eyes, only for good the secret will can work. Whether it seems good or evil to men's eyes, only for good the secret will can work. And this faith, this is not from Savitri, and this faith, sincere and constant, is at once a help and protection. And this faith, sincere and constant, is at once a help and protection. I'll end with a small story. So there's this person who's walking on the beach, and the divine is also walking with him in all stages of his life. When he was a child, when he used to walk, divine used to walk, and two sets of footprints, divine's footprints, his footprints. And then in many stages, say in his middle ages, 40s, 50s, 60s, always used to. Sorry. Venkata Ramani, please mute yourself. Yeah. And always used to find two sets of footprints. And then this last stage is very, very, very old, ready to leave this body to take another one. He finds only one set of footprints. Then he asks the divine, every moment, every time you are walking with me, now when I need you the most, you are not there. I find only one set of footprints. Then the divine says, because it is not your footprint, it is mine, and I am carrying you. So, like the divine is always carrying us. Just have to hold on to that faith. I'm tempted to read a few more lines of Savitri. Maybe I'll take 2-3 minutes. A very beautiful line, a page in Savitri, I think. All of you must read. Just read it. If you understand or not, words are complicated, it's fine. Just read. See, the words are not that complicated also. And it gives so much hope, so much joy. It's actually page 59 on Savitri. I don't remember the exact canto. I think the secret knowledge. Yeah. So I'm reading these lines. Alive in a dead rotating universe, we whirl not here upon a casual globe. Alive in this rotating universe, we are not simply moving on this casual globe, abandoned to a task beyond our force. Even through the tangled anarchy called fate, and through the bitterness of death and fall, an outstretched hand is felt upon our lives. An outstretched hand is felt upon our lives. It is near us in unnumbered bodies and births, in its unslackening grasp. It keeps for us safe. It keeps us safe. The one inevitable supreme result. No will can take away and no doom change. The crown of conscious immortality. The crown of conscious immortality. The Godhead promised to our struggling souls. The Godhead promised to our struggling souls. When first man's heart dared death and suffered life. One who has shaped this world is ever its Lord. Our errors are his steps upon the way. Even our errors is the divine step upon the way. He works through the fierce vicissitudes of our lives. He works through the hard breath of battle and toil. He works through our sins and sorrows and tears. In every minute detail, he is only working through. His knowledge overrules our nescience. Whatever the appearance, we must bear. Whatever the appearance, we must bear. Whatever our strong ills and present fate, when nothing we can see but drift and wail, even when we cannot see the next step, a mighty guidance leads us still through all. A mighty guidance leads us still through all. After we have served this great divided world, God's bliss and oneness are our inborn right. God's bliss and oneness are our inborn right. A date is fixed in the calendar of the unknown. A date is fixed in the calendar of the unknown. An anniversary of the birth sublime. Our soul shall justify its checkered walk. All will come near that now is not or far. All will come near that now is not or far. Our soul shall justify its checkered walk. All will come near that now is not or far. Thank you, everybody, so much. Thank you for being so patient. Romba nandri. Thank you.
தேங்க்யூ அர்ச்சனாஜி. பார்ட்டிசிபென்ட்ஸ் ஏதாவது பகிர்ந்து கொள்ள விரும்பினால் பகிர்ந்து கொள்ளலாம். எஸ் மேடம்.
வணக்கம் அர்ச்சனாமா. ரொம்ப அமைதியா அழகா இனிமையா சொன்னீங்க எல்லாமே. என்ட்ரி இன்டு த இன்னர் கண்ட்ரீஸ்ல இருந்து சொல்ல போறாங்கன்னு சிவகுமார் சார் சொன்னாரு. நீங்க அப்படியே எங்களை ஃபெய்த்ங்கிற கண்ட்ரில ஒரு சின்ன டிராவல் மாதிரியே எடுத்துன்னு போனேளு. ஆல் சர்க்கம்ஸ்டான்சஸ் ஆர் ஃபேஸ் ஆஃப் டிவைன் அப்படின்னு நீங்க ஆரம்பிச்ச உடனே அவ்வளோ அற்புதமா இருந்தது. ஃபெய்த் இஸ் அ லைட். நம்ம செல்லுல எல்லாம் அந்த லைட் இருக்கணும்னு சொன்னேன். அது எப்பவுமே நம்ம ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். சாதனாதியோட ட்ரீம் ரொம்ப அற்புதமா இருந்தது. உங்களோட வார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் நீங்க சொன்னப்ப நான் நினைச்சேன், ஹியூமன் மதரா இருக்கிற நமக்கே நம்ம குழந்தைங்களை பத்தி ஓரளவு தெரியும்னு நம்ம நினைச்சுக்கிறோம். அந்த யூனிவர்சல் மதருக்கு எந்த கார்னர்ல எந்த குழந்தை இருந்தாலும் கண்டிப்பா அவங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்சு விடும்னு. அண்ட் வித் த டிவைன் நேம் வி கேன் கிராஸ் த ஓஷன் ஆஃப் அவர் லைஃப். நீங்க அந்த இன்னொரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொன்னீங்க, டிவைன் நேமால ரிவரை கிராஸ் பண்றாங்கன்னு. திஸ் ஓஷன் நீங்க சொன்ன எல்லா ஸ்டோரிஸுமே லைக் அ ஃப்ளவர் மேட் அஸ் அ கார்லண்ட், ஃபெய்த்ங்கிற கார்லண்டா பண்ணி கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ரிமெம்பரன்ஸ் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆஃபரிங்கா இருந்தது. சாவித்ரி வரிகள் ஒரு பிரசாதம் மாதிரி இருந்ததுமா. தேங்க்யூமா.
ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. தேங்க்யூ.
மேடம் அது ஒரு ஸ்பீச் மாதிரி இல்லை மேடம். அது ஒரு இதோ அப்படியே ஸ்விம் பண்ணிட்டு போற மாதிரி இருந்தது. மதர்ஸ் கான்சியஸ்னஸ்ங்கிறது வந்து இட் டுக் த லிசனர் அப்படியே see now I am with you, see now I am with you அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி கொண்டு போனீங்க. It never looked like a speech at all. We were just gliding through it. Thank you very much. Very nice experience to listen to you.
Speaking about the mother, it's very easy. Actually, I'm really an introvert. I don't express myself. But yes, when it comes to speaking about the mother, I think she only does everything.
வேற ஏதாவது கருத்துக்கள்? தேங்க்யூ வெரி மச் அர்ச்சனாஜி. ரொம்ப ஒரு அருமையான உரை. சர்டன்லி அசோகன் சார், சர்டன்லி நீங்க கூறியுள்ள மாதிரி மதர் ஹஸ் சர்டன்லி ஸ்போக்கன் த்ரூ யூ. அதுதான் உண்மை. ஒரு ஜென்டில் ஸ்ட்ரீம், ஒரு மெல்லிய நீரோடை போன்று இருந்தது உங்களுடைய உரை. ரொம்ப நல்லா இருந்தது. எப்படி அந்த ஃபெய்த் வந்து நம்மளுடைய இருள் சூழ்ந்த நாட்களில் நம்ம எப்படி வந்து ஒரு ஃபெய்த் வந்து நமக்கு வந்து ஒரு நல்ல வழிகாட்டியா இருக்கும். Faith is the surest guide in our darkest days. அது சொன்னீங்க. Then walk with courage and faith as a sword என்கின்ற பகவான் ஸ்ரீ அரவிந்தரினுடைய வரிகளை நீங்கள் குறிப்பிட்டு கூறினீர்கள். ஏனென்றால் நாம் எல்லோருமே இந்த பாதையில் இருக்கின்ற நாம் அனைவருமே ஹீரோஸ் அண்ட் சோல்ஜர்ஸ் ஆஃப் த ஆர்மி ஆஃப் லைட் தான். ஆகையால் என்னதான் நம்மளுடைய சூழ்நிலைகள் கான்ட்ரரியாக இருந்தாலும் கூட அந்த ஃபெய்த் என்கின்ற ஒரு ஆயுதத்தை, ஒரு பாதுகாப்பு கேடயத்தை தாங்கி நாம் செல்ல வேண்டும் என்று கூறினீர்கள். சூழ்நிலைகள், சர்க்கம்ஸ்டான்சஸ் என்னதான் ஒரு எதிர்மறையாக இருந்தாலும் கூட அச்சமயத்தில் நமக்கு உதவக்கூடியது ஃபெய்த் ஒன்றுதான். ஏனென்றால் ஃபெய்த் என்பது அற்புதங்களை தோற்றுவிக்கும் ஒரு சர்வ வல்லமை பொருந்திய ஒரு சக்தி என்று கூறினீர்கள். ஃபெய்த் இஸ் அ கிரியேட்டர் ஆஃப் மிரக்கிள்ஸ் என்று கூறினீர்கள். நாம் எல்லோருமே அன்னையினுடைய அந்த சூப்ராமெண்டல் ஷிப், அதில் பயணம் செய்கின்றோம். அன்னை தான் அதற்கு அந்த ஷிப்பினுடைய கேப்டனாக இருக்கின்றார்கள். ஆகையால் நாம் எதற்குமே கவலைப்பட தேவையில்லை. அன்னை கூறியுள்ள மாதிரி let your will be done, nothing can frighten me என்கின்ற அந்த சொற்களை நினைவுபடுத்தி கொண்டு நாம் வாழ்க்கையை பயணிக்க வேண்டும் என்று கூறினீர்கள். இந்த கிரேஸ் எப்பொழுது சிறப்பாக செயல்படுகின்றது என்றால், நாம் எல்லோருமே ஒரு குழந்தையினுடைய எளிமையான ஒரு அழைப்பு, அத்தகைய ஒரு நம்பிக்கை, அதிலிருந்து நாம் அழைக்கும் பொழுது அந்த கிரேஸ் அருள் மிகவும் விரைவாக சிறப்பாக செயல்படுகின்றது என்று கூறினீர்கள். நாம் எல்லோருமே ஒத்த நம்பிக்கையுடைய அந்த குழுவில் நாம் இருக்க வேண்டும். அந்த சத்சங், அதனுடன் நாம் இருக்கும் பொழுது என்ன நடைபெறுகின்றது என்றால் நம்முடைய அந்த நம்பிக்கை மேலும் வலுப்பெறுகின்றது என்ற கருத்தையும் நீங்கள் கூறினீர்கள். ரொம்ப எளிமையாக நாம் எல்லோருமே கையாளக்கூடிய அந்த வழிமுறை அன்னையினுடைய ஞாபகத்திலேயே 24 மணி நேரமும் சிறிய செயல்களாக இருக்கட்டும், பெரிய செயல்களாக இருக்கட்டும், எந்த செயலை செய்யும் பொழுதும் அந்த அன்னையினுடைய நினைவுகளுடன் இருந்தாலே அன்னையினுடைய அந்த யோகத்தை சிறப்பாக செய்கின்றோம் என்கின்ற அர்த்தம். இதற்கு அன்னை உதாருக்கு கூறிய அந்த அறிவுரையை நீங்கள் இங்கு மேற்கோள் காட்டினீர்கள். அதே போல அன்னை கூறிய அந்த இமேஜினேஷன், அன்னையினுடைய அந்த வெள்ளை ஒளி, ஒயிட் லைட், நம்மை எப்பொழுதுமே சூழ்ந்து இருப்பதை நாம் கற்பனை செய்து பார்ப்பது மட்டுமல்லாமல் அதுவே உண்மையாக இருப்பது போன்ற ஒரு உணர்வில் இருந்தோம் என்றால் நமக்கு பூரண பாதுகாப்பு கிடைக்கும் என்றும் கூறினீர்கள். நிச்சயமாக பகவான் கூறியுள்ள அந்த கருத்தான இந்த கீழிருந்து நம்முடைய அழைப்பு, கால் ஃப்ரம் பிலோ, அந்த மேலிருந்து அந்த அருளினுடைய அந்த செயல்பாடு, சாங்ஷன் ஃப்ரம் த எபோவ், இவை இரண்டும் தான் ஒரு மனிதனுக்கு அவசியம். இதில் முக்கியமாக நாம் கவனிக்க வேண்டியது என்னவென்றால், சற்றும் நாம் அச்சம் இல்லாமல், பயம் இல்லாமல் இருக்க வேண்டும். ஏனென்றால் ஃபியர் இஸ் அ ஹிடன் கன்சென்ட். அச்சம் என்பது மறைமுகமாக எதை கண்டு அச்சுறுகின்றோமோ அதற்கு நாம் மறைமுகமாக ஆதரவை தருகின்றோம் என்கின்ற அன்னையினுடைய கருத்தை கூறினீர்கள். அதே போல முக்கியமாக தவிர்க்க வேண்டியது இந்த சந்தேகம், டவுட். ஏனென்றால் டவுட் இஸ் எ எனிமி ஆஃப் ஃபெய்த். அன்னை என்ன கூறுகின்றார்கள்? இட்ஸ் அ பாய்சன் அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. டவுட் இஸ் அ பாய்சன் தட் கரோட்ஸ் யுவர் மைண்ட் அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. ஒரு டிராப் பாய்சன் போட்டால் என்டையர் ஃபுட்டு வீணா போயிடும். அதே போலதான் டவுட். இந்த உடலில் நோய் வந்து தாக்கும் பொழுதும் இந்த நம்பிக்கை மிகவும் அவசியம். மருத்துவர்கள் குணப்படுத்துவதை விட அந்த நோயாளிகளை எது குணப்படுத்துகின்றது என்றால் அவர்கள் அந்த மருந்துகளின் மீதும் அந்த மருத்துவர் மீதும் கொண்ட நம்பிக்கை தான் காப்பாற்றுகின்றது என்கின்ற அன்னையின் கூற்றை நீங்கள் ஞாபகப்படுத்தினீர்கள். நிறைய நீங்க உதாரணங்கள் கூறினீர்கள். சகாநதியோடைய உதாரணம், நிஷிகாந்தோ அவர் மரண படுக்கையில் இருக்கையில் அன்னையினுடைய அந்த பொற்பாதங்கள் அவரை தீண்டியவுடன் அவர் நெடுநாள் வாழ்ந்தார் என்கின்ற அந்த நிகழ்ச்சியும் நீங்கள் நினைவு கூர்ந்தீர்கள். மேலும் ஒரு அருமையான கருத்தை கூறினீர்கள். எது நடக்கின்றதோ எது நடக்க வேண்டுமோ, மிகச் சிறப்பாக எது நடக்க வேண்டுமோ அதுவேதான் நடக்கின்றது. ஏனென்றால் அத்தகைய நிகழ்வின் மூலம் நாம் நம்மை இலக்கை அடைய அது உதவி புரிகின்றது என்கின்ற கருத்தை கூறினீர்கள். All that happens is exactly what must happen to lead us to our goal. ஆகையால் இறுதியாக என்ன ஒரு கருத்தை கூறினீர்கள்? இந்த டிவைன் எப்பொழுதுமே நம்மை தூக்கி கொண்டு செல்கின்றது. இட்ஸ் கேரிங் அஸ். அது உண்மைதான். அன்னை தான் நம் அனைவருமே, நம் அனைவரின் வாழ்க்கையுமே அன்னை தான் நம் அனைவரையுமே தூக்கி கொண்டு செல்கின்றார்கள், பாதுகாப்பாக தூக்கி கொண்டு செல்கின்றார்கள். அது சந்தேகமே, அதில் எள்ளளவும் நமக்கு சந்தேகமே இல்லை. A mighty guidance leads us still through all என்கின்ற அந்த சாவித்திரி வரிகள், அதை ஒட்டிய வரிகள் மிகவும் சக்தி வாய்ந்த, நமக்கெல்லாம் நம்பிக்கை தரக்கூடிய வரிகளை நீங்கள் நினைவு கூர்ந்தீர்கள். மிகவும் அற்புதமான உரை. நாங்கள் அனைவருமே அந்த மதர்ஸ் கான்சியஸ்னஸ்ல we are soaked. இந்த கடந்த கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 50 minutes நாங்கள் அனைவருமே மதர்ஸ் கான்சியஸ்னஸ்ல முற்றிலுமாக ஒரு மூழ்கி இருந்தோம். ஆகையால இந்த உரையை நீங்கள் நடத்தி கொடுத்ததுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. மீண்டும் மீண்டும் உங்களுடைய உரையை கேட்க நாங்கள் ஆவலாக இருக்கின்றோம். இந்த இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி தற்பொழுது பிரார்த்தனை இசையுடன் முடிவுக்கு வரும். இந்த நிகழ்ச்சியில் கலந்து கொண்ட அனைவருக்கும் எங்களது சொசைட்டியின் சார்பாக நன்றியையும் வணக்கத்தையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். தேங்க்யூ அர்ச்சனாச்சி. தேங்க்யூ.
தேங்க்யூ.
Let us all try to be worthy of Aurobindo's centenary.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.